Okay. Welcome back to a new video of me complaining. So, okay, I'm gonna pull like the basic YouTuber move and I want coffee. I hate this, So if you guys watched my like drive with me video, you would hear like I worked for Starbucks. I'm done working for Starbucks now, but I've been ingesting coffee every single day and now like my body like craves it, and I don't even like coffee. I said in that video like I didn't drink coffee because I don't drink coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee. I think it's literally awful. I don't care how you get it. I cannot do it. Well, now I like coffee and like, yeah, I'm gonna become one of those people because I worked there and it was always around me, so I just kind of like chef stuff together and now I freaking like it. And so
no. Well,
okay, so yeah, we're gonna be just that basic, like that basic person, Emma Chamberlain, every YouTuber, and I'm gonna get some coffee before I sit down and I tell you guys the story of the worst date I've ever been on. Disclaimer, I've literally never been on a real date ever, but this was like the worst attempted date. I wouldn't even fucking count this. Like, you'll hear the story, I don't count this literally at all. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys the worst date I've ever been on. I need my backpack? My backpack is literally what the like, I don't know what this is. Don't smoke. Where are my keys? Oh my god, what's in my backpack? Okay, my keys. Here we go. Look at this. I'm like, okay. It's a mess like usual, and it's really hot. Ugh. What? She made the drink completely wrong and it tastes too much like coffee and I hate coffee, and I was too shy to ask her to fix it even though it was like an easy ass fix, but like I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Like, that's fine, it's fine. It's like people who drink coffee are gonna think I'm so dramatic, but like, oh my god, oh my god, ah! I have to drink this. Like, there is no alternative.
Bite, oh yes, they nigga bite like Mike Tyson. I react with giggles. Benny, how you feel? I feel great.
Just like $1 million, Denny.
It's literally, you can see it right there. It's just gonna sit there. I'm just gonna let it melt. I don't like it. I literally had my mom try it and she was like, what the f is that? So anyway, I'm gonna tell a story of the worst date I have ever been on. So this all happened my like junior year of high school, and I went to some party and it was really weird. Actually, it was a really weird party. I just got the address. It was my friend that was throwing it and I brought a couple of my other friends with me. And I went and it was just like a lot of people in somebody's backyard, and I was just very confused and I didn't know a lot of people there but the person that was like throwing it, and it was just like I felt very out of place, but my friend wanted to stay. Actually, I think I still have a photo from this exact party, so if I can find it I will put it in this story. But like if I can find it, you'll see like I just like look very out of place and like I wasn't really having a good time, but my friend wanted to stay, so I was like, you know what, it, I'll just like chill with her. So we're at this party and this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, like my friend thinks you're cute. Like the iconic like someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, like my friend thinks you're cute, and you like look over at them and they're like standing in the corner like just staring at you. Like that was this. Like it was weird and I was like, okay. So I kept minding my own business, and then the guy came up to me again and he was like, why don't you go talk to my friend? And I was like, dude, like I'm just here to chill. Like I'm not really interested in like chatting with your friend who thinks I'm cute that's just been like staring at me in the corner of this party. Like, no, I'm good. But then the guy that was like he was talking about like came over to me and like started trying to talk to me. So I'm not a rude I'm not f***ing mean. I wasn't in a relationship at the time. I was just chilling. So the guy comes over to me and he's like, he's normal, like nice, and like just talking to me, and he was like, I think you're pretty and blah blah blah, and like where we go to school, like what's my name, like what do I do, yada yada yada, whatever. I ran track in high school, and that was pretty much the only sport that I did. I ran track and cross country, and so this kid was a year older than me, and he ran track. He knew one of my like really close guy friends that ran track with me, and so I was like, okay, like we have mutuals. I like looked him up on Instagram, like we had mutuals, like he knew a lot of the people that I ran with, so that was cool. But like, you know, I was just in a time where I like wasn't really feeling anyone and just like doing my own thing, and like so we talk, and he asked for my Snapchat and all that shit, and I was like, sure. So this guy literally Snapchat messaged me and like Snapchatted me every single day, literally every single day, and sometimes it was just random shit, sometimes it was stuff asking to like hang out, and I was like, no, like I'm busy, like I can't, I don't know, but like he just would Snapchat me like constantly. And I like never really got that deep into Snapchat. I never had those like super long streaks. I really wasn't ever a fan of Snapchat, which was weird because all my friends, I remember in high school, like really big into like streaks and shit like that, and I wasn't on my phone. I am on my phone a lot, but I never wanted to fucking respond to someone on Snapchat. Like taking a picture of yourself every like 30 seconds to like keep a streak going, and like it's hard, and I just like I never liked it. No, like just call me or text me, like not a fan. He would Snapchat me every freaking day, and sometimes I wouldn't reply because he was like, not because it was him, but because like I fucking hated Snapchat, like I didn't like it at all. And so finally, after like multiple times of him asking me to hang out, he like straight up just asked me, and he was like, can I take you on a date? And I was like, you know, how bad could this go? How bad could it go? Like, he's not a bad person, like, sure. Why not? Let's just give it a shot. He literally calls me on Snapchat, and he's like telling me all these plans, and like we can go do this and this and this, and I was like, dude, like I don't really care, like you just pick. So I don't remember the specific movie, but I remember him saying like, we should go see like this movie, like I'll pick you up and we can go see this movie. And I was like, I don't think that movie's out. Like I don't think that movie is out yet. And he was like, no, like it's out, like this movie has been out for a while. And I was like, dude, like I don't think this movie is out yet, like it's not out. And he was so adamant. I think it was like Life of Pets. Oh yeah, I think it was like the first Secret Life of Pets. Maybe I'm fucking wrong, I don't remember. I feel like it was that movie. But the movie wasn't out yet, and I knew that movie was not fucking out yet, and he was just so adamant that like, no, it's out, like we should go see it. So I was like, I even literally like Googled like the release date for this movie, and it said like the following week, and I like could not convince this dude for some fucking reason that this movie was not out. So I just said yes. I was like, sure, we're just gonna get there. We're gonna see it's not out, we're just gonna pick something else because I know this movie's not out and this dude thinks it's out, and we'll just fix it when we get there. Because I wasn't gonna get into an argument how Secret Life of Pets wasn't released yet. He comes and picks me up, we go to the movie theater like near my house, and we get there and we go up and we ask for tickets for the next showing of this movie, and the person's like, this movie is not out yet. And I was just like, I told you this movie wasn't fucking out yet. Like, what do you, I told you like 9 times. And so we were like, I think I remember that like after the guy said that the movie wasn't out yet, we just picked a movie, went to that one. And then I don't think we liked it, so I think we left early. But what I remember is like after that whole went and blew up, he was like, let's just like go down to the arcade beneath us, because we were in a mall. It's like the movie theater was on the 2nd floor and the arcade was on the 1st floor. So we go down to the arcade on the 1st floor, and I'm just kind of like awkwardly playing games. Like I kind of just want to go home and go back to my bed. Like I honestly didn't really want to be there anymore, but I was like, whatever, like but like be nice, you know. He like wants to hang out, so that's fine. So, but then he goes, hey, like I just got invited to like a party, like do you want to like come with me? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, like we can leave and go to a party, like that's cool with me. So we leave, we go back to his car, we get in, and like my dumb ass, I didn't ask where it was, which I should have done, because I had a curfew of like midnight and I had to be home at midnight or I got grounded. Like 12:01 I was grounded, so I had to be back at midnight, and it was like getting later, but it wasn't that close to midnight, so I still had time if the party wasn't like too far away. So we're like in the car and he's just driving and we're kind of heading more north, and then he's like, hey, like I'm gonna go pick up some like alcohol before we go. And that's when I was like, okay, wait, where are we going? Like he was older than me so he could go buy alcohol, but like because he was like really old for his grade also. I was like, okay, but like where are we going? I never really asked that. He goes, oh, we're going to like Everett. And like, so if you if you don't know, like Seattle, I live in Seattle. Everett is like way fucking north, like way north. It was getting like very late. Like that's like if you're driving a normal speed, you can probably be there in like half an hour, 45 minutes if there's like no traffic kind of thing. So I was like, dude, and I live more like south anyway, so I was like, this is gonna like 45 minutes there and then 45 minutes back. Like I don't even have time to go to this. Like I can't go. Like I don't know why you didn't factor that in, because he like knew that like I had to be back at like midnight, and he knew where I lived because he came and picked me up, so he was taking me back. And I was like, dude, like you know I had to be back at this time. I told you earlier, like why are we going to a party in Everett also? Like neither of us lived in Everett. Who do you know in Everett? Like I just was like, what the f? Like no. And so he's like, okay, well I'm just still gonna like pick up alcohol. I'm gonna go drop you off and then I'm gonna drive all the way back to Everett to go to this party like without you. And I was like, honestly dude, I don't care, like that's fine. Like I was so over it. I was like, first the movie and then now he's trying to take me to some rando party like 45 minutes north of me, and I just was like not having it. So he goes and he drives to like a 7-Eleven to go pick up alcohol. He gets the alcohol and he gets back in the car, and I'm just like sitting there like waiting to be like taken home. And so all of a sudden he gets a call from like one of his like friends or something being like, yo, are you coming to like this party? And he was like, yeah, I gotta go drop off like my friend first, and then like I'll be there later. And then he was like, well, why don't you just like take your friend home? I mean, why don't you just like take your friend to the party with you? And he was like, well, she has to be home at like midnight, and like then I'll like meet you guys there, so I'm just gonna take her home, whatever. And then they go. Oh my god. It made me so uncomfortable. This is on speakerphone too. I'm just like sitting in the like passenger seat. Whoever he was talking to on the phone was like, oh, is this YouTube? I was like, what? I was like, first of all, why are you telling people about me? This is the first time we've hung out. Second of all, I'm not the YouTube like f you. So it made me like really uncomfortable, because instead of him like I just remember him being like, yeah, it's her. I was like, I'm not the YouTube like you. So I don't know, it was just like a very awkward car ride, like a very awkward like car ride. And so then he hung up on his friend and he starts driving me back to my house, and this is where it got like really fucking weird, because he's driving me back to my house and there's just like no music in the car. I think his aux cord was like broken or something, and he didn't turn on the radio, so we're driving in like silence. And I think he bought like a 4 Loco or like some like tall Mike's Hard or something like that. This dude cracks open the alcohol and he starts drinking it while he is driving. Like, and it's not even like covered, it's like completely like visible that it is like a 4 Loco can or like an alcohol can, and it's a tall one too, and he just starts like guzzling it while he's like driving me back to my house. And I was so freaked out. I was so freaked out because I was like, what the f? Like, it was just so weird. I was just like sitting there in silence, and all of a sudden this dude just like cracks open his alcohol and just starts drinking it while he's driving me back to my house. And I was like, you're kidding. Like, you're kidding. Obviously earlier with the whole coffee situation, I'm shy. Sometimes I have like, I don't want to confront people, and like I definitely should have said like, hey, like don't do that, but like I just sat there and I think I was so in shock that he was like drinking this with me next to him while he's driving me back home. Like, you can wait. Like, just wait till you get to the party. I don't understand. I just was like, what the f? And I just like kept sitting there in silence, like really awkward, just watching him like drink his 4 Loco while he's driving. And so then we get back to my house, and I like really uncomfortably, I was like, hey, like bye, like nice hanging out with you, and then like got out of the car and like left and like walked in, and my parents were like, how was it? And I was like, no. No. Like, this is why I don't date people. Like, no, like, this is weird. I don't like doing like that, and like really uncomfortable. So I had no intention of like ever hanging out with this person again, like really talking to this person anymore. I was like, you had your shot. It was really weird and like really bad. I was like, it wasn't even like a date really. Like he like attempted to, and then like the movie was like wrong, and then like we went to an arcade for a little bit. Then he like tried taking me like 45 minutes north to some party, knowing I had to be home at 12, and then was like, oh shit, and then like went to go pick up alcohol, and then was like drinking it while he was like driving me back home. But he still would like Snapchat me like every day, like every day. It would just be random shit. He'd be like, this is what I had for lunch, like really good workout today, like, and then like it wouldn't even be Snapchats like to me. It was like mass, I feel like, Snapchats to like everyone, and it was like, I don't know, like him cooking, like him playing a video game, being like, I just got the dub, like just weird. I was like, dude, like stop Snapchatting me. I'm not starting a streak with you or like responding. I'm not responding at all. I'm like, so, and then he'd occasionally message me like, hey, like how you doing? And I would respond, I'm like, I'm good, like, and he'd ask to like hang out, and I kind of would make like excuses and stuff. And then I wake up one morning and I think I just tried to like show someone this. So I think he like deleted his Snapchat, to be completely honest, because he's not in my, I don't even know if he has like social media anymore, to be completely honest, because I can't find him. I know I was following him, and I know I had his like his Snapchat, and I know I had this saved in our chats from like long ago because I didn't want to screenshot it because Snapchat would have like notified him that I screenshotted this. But yeah, I think he deleted it because he doesn't even show up in my contacts anymore, and like I search his username and it like doesn't even like, I don't know. Or he blocked me at everything. I don't really know. He Snapchatted me at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like sound asleep. I saw this when I woke up and I was like, what the f? And I like called my friends and I like read it to them, and I was like, dude, like this is weird. Like I don't even know, like how do you even reply to this? And he sent me like an essay, like a literal essay of him being like, you know, I had like the best time with you, and like you're just like not any other girl I've ever met, and like you're so special, and like you're so driven, and like I just can't get you out of my head, and like just on and on. I mean, like there's no other girl I know that does YouTube, and like you're just so different, and like you don't really seem like you're looking for a relationship, but I like want to be like the person to change your mind, and like you just are everything I've ever wanted. And like it just was really weird because the timestamp was like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I'd hung out with this person like once for like a couple hours, and he like poured his heart out to me. And like it's not like we went to school together or anything, like I'd known this dude for like a week, and he like poured his heart out about being like, you're the girl I love, and like I want to be the one for you, and like I had so much fun with you, and I just want to like do this again and again and again. And like, dude, you like literally like tried to take me 45 minutes north and to a movie that like wasn't showing, and then like cracked open a Four Loko can, and like he was like my dream girl. Like I don't know, I don't want to be mean, but like it just was so weird also, because it was like the timestamp was like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like was he just like up in the middle of the night being like, I'm just gonna type her a damn essay, like a novel, like Moby Dick, in the middle of the night and send it to her? I don't even remember what I responded. I wish I'd screenshotted it, because I think he like unadded me like recently, because I sometimes go back to like laugh at the message because I saved it. Yeah, I mean like it would be nice if I like knew this person and like there was like mutual interest, and like we had hung out more than once, and it wasn't like a shit show date, but like it just was very odd. I didn't know this person literally at all, and they were like, I love you. I was like, oh no honey, like I know. So then I haven't heard from this person for so long, but I like was thinking about this because I watched some other person make like a video about like the worst date she's ever been on. I was like, oh, I have one of those. I definitely have one of those. I'm trying to think, is there anything else to do with this person? No, it was just really odd and weird. But yeah, so that's the story of the worst date I've ever been on. Anyway, if you guys want more story times, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to click the notification bell down below there so you guys know when I make new videos. And if you have not yet subscribed, make sure to click that button down there. I'm really close to 20K, which is nuts, like 20,000 people. But I think that's it for this video, and I will see you guys next time.